Hello everyone, welcome to English Literature with Sumi. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the second part of the Age of Transition. The first part I have already discussed regarding the poetry and the other features of this period. So today I'm going to discuss about its second part. But don't be confused, the Age of Transition is not divided into two parts, but as the Age of Transition is a long one, so for your convenience only I have divided the age into two parts so that it becomes easier for you to know about the different fields of writing. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. So first let us discuss about the novelist. Now in the transition period, apart from the other writings that were developing, the novels were in such a peak that the novelists were more famous than the poets or the prose writers. So the novelists include Samuel Richardson, Henry Fielding, Tobias Smollett, Lawrence Sterne, and of course Mrs. Anne Radcliffe. Now, Samuel Richardson, he wrote his novels in the form of letters, which became a new genre in the field of novel writing. And his novels were famous because they were realistic. He wrote about it in a very real manner, and his three novels include Pamela or Virtue Rewarded, 1740, Clarissa Harlowe, 1747, Charles Grandison, 1753 to 1754. These were his three most famous novels, and through these three novels, he became one of the most famous novelists of the period. Then next we have Henry Fielding. His novels include Joseph Andrews, 1742, A Journey from This World to the Next, 1743, Jonathan Wild the Great, 1743, and Tom Jones, 1749. Although it is true that he also has not written more novels, but his works that were mentioned here made him famous. They were not great in number, but they were great in their qualitative aspects. Then up next we have Tobias Smollett. His works also include Roderick Random, 1748, The Adventures of Peregrine Pickle, 1751, The Adventures of Ferdinand Count Fathom, 1753, The Adventures of Sir Launcelot Greaves, 1762, and The Expedition of Humphrey Clinker, 1771. Now, if you notice here, the names of his books, they were mostly about the adventures or the expedition. And Roderick Random was also one such book belonging to the same genre as an adventurous novel or a expedition novel. So maybe Smollett was interested in doing adventures himself, so he wrote novels of this kind only. Up next we have Lawrence Sterne. His works include The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gandy, 1760, A Sentimental Journey Through France and Italy, 1768. Now, The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy is also named as only Tristram Shandy because the name is long and people used to refer to it as Tristram Shandy, not The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy Gandy, because it's too long for a name of a book. So they used to call it as Tristram Shandy, a short and quick name. So these were his works. Then next we have Mrs. Anne Radcliffe. She was a terror novelist, referred to as a terror novelist because her works like A Sicilian Romance written in 1790, The Romance of the Forest 1791, and The Mysteries of Udolpho 1794. So these works, they were mostly not about, maybe you can say about real life as well, and there was a mysterious element in her novel which you can refer to as a terror novel because while reading the book you may have experiences of goosebumps. If you read The Mysteries of Rodolfo, which is a big fat book, you will come to know that you cannot go close to the truth. There will be turnings, there will be mysteries, there will be hidden secrets about her work. So that is why her works are included or are often referred to as terror novels or often referred to as a mysterious novels. So these were the novelists of this period. Now next we have other prose writers. So two of the prose writers mentioned here are Edmund Burke and Adam Smith. There were other minor prose writers as well, but these two were more famous than the others, and they were not only famous in their own period or in their own age, but their works were also studied in the later period as well. So Edmund Burke's works include A Vindication of Natural Society 1756, A Philosophical Enquiry into the Origin of Our Ideas of the Sublime and Beautiful 1756, On American Taxation 1774, Conciliation with the Colonies 1775. Out of all this, A Vindication of Natural Society is a philosophical work, of course, and the next book, that is A Philosophical Enquiry into the Origin of Our Ideas of the Sublime and Beautiful, were such works that made the human beings or made us think about nature, and these were mainly philosophical works written upon nature and in order to learn more about nature. And on American taxation, these were his great historical works, we can say, or we can say these were mainly his speeches he wrote in the form of speeches. So these were his works. And Adam Smith, we all know that his The Wealth of Nations 1776 was also written during this period only. So Adam Smith, although he wrote other minor works also, but his work, The Wealth of Nations, made his reputation. So these were some of the works of the prose writers. So next we have is the development of literary forms. Now, as I always say, that while studying about an age and after analyzing that age, we should also see how the development of literary forms was in that period was different from the other periods. So here also I am presenting to you the development of literary forms during this period. So poetry, there was the decline of heroic couplet, and also there was a change in the use of Pindari quotes, because the way the Pindari quotes were used in the earlier ages, now it is not used in that manner, and it was used in a more free manner. Then there was the revival of the ballad, which can be clearly seen in Goldsmith's The Hermit and Cooper's John Gilpin. Then there was the descriptive and narrative poems, as I have already mentioned in my previous video about Johnson's London. Then there was also the rise of the lyric. So there will be the rise of the lyric because the poets wrote many poetries during this period. Then next we have is drama. Now I have not mentioned about drama in the previous slides, because as you can already read this sentence, that there was nothing remarkable in this period regarding dramatic literature or regarding any plays written during this period. So it was not a very good development that was taking place maybe during this period, and the dramatists, maybe they were writing, but they were not matching up to the earlier dramatists of the other periods, that is earlier periods. Then we have next is prose. Now out of all these genres, prose was one of great importance, and there are varied kinds such as the rise of the novel, which today only I discussed about, that is Richardson's novels, Smollett's novels, Sterne's novels and all this. Then there was the rise of the historical works and also letter writing. Now letter writing, not only in the form of letters, but also letters were included in the novels itself. As I have already told you that the novelists, they used to write in the letter form their novels. So that is why the letter and the novel, they were mixed up and together they form a unique genre. Okay, so that was innovation during this period that took place. So that's all for today, and this was the end of the transition period. Next, in my next video, I'll be posting about the other periods as well. So I hope you all like this video, and I hope the transition period is clear for you. And if you have any doubt, you can just comment below in this video. And if you have any doubt in my pronunciation or anything, I will try to fix it up, and I'll just try my level best so that it becomes easier for you to follow me. And I hope all of you are safe, and please stay home and stay safe. Take care of your families and your near and dear ones. The time is not good, but we all pray that the good times come soon. And so stay home and stay safe. Thank you.